Conservative life on Mars because we are living in strange times. Something that has been across my radar for a little while now, and there's finally an update, is the desertion of Private Second Class Travis King. He took a run for the border, and that would be the North Korean border. Initially, he was in the army, and he was in South Korea doing a tour of duty there. He ran into some issues, a lot of issues, and suddenly decided to take a run to the border to North Korea, thinking that they were going to treat him better, make him feel more better. And he has been heard cackling while running across to the other side. So since that time, the update is he has finally been charged with desertion. He is on American soil. He is somewhere at Fort Bliss, which is in Texas. So King has been charged with 8 counts of some crimes that he did before. A lot of these things happened before he made his dash before North Korea, and are possibly reasons why he made a dash to North Korea, because he was going to have to face those charges here in the United States. The more and more I learn about this person, I just begin to wonder, was he a part of this woke idea that I can do anything that I want to do whenever I want to do it because I just feel that way and everybody owes me something? He is 23 years old. There's pictures of him. He actually looks a lot younger than 23, which I find real interesting. But a couple of things that he is being charged with, probably one of the more surprising things for me would have been the possession of child pornography. Supposedly, that was on Snapchat. He damaged a car, a vehicle in South Korea, where he was charged with what would be the equivalent of $500. He started a fight in a nightclub. He was belligerent to superiors. He also fought other people there in trying to do something with this fight and so forth. I mean, it's just a big mess. He was kept in Korean jail while he was in South Korea, and he had a police escort to take him back on a plane to the United States. But the fallacy of that was the police could not make sure he got on the plane because they could only go up so far, and then he was supposed to take that walk himself. During that time, he escaped, and a couple of days later after that, he was found with this group of tourists who were touring the demilitarized zone that separates North Korea from South Korea. And this was like July 18th. And there's actually pictures of him from behind. He was in civilian clothes, and boom, he takes a run for the border. And people thought this may have been a TikTok prank, but the prank was on everybody else because he went across the border. He was immediately captured and taken away for about 2 months. So for 2 months, the United States didn't know what was happening with this person. And finally, North Korea decided that he was not a person of value or worthy and just deported him, which is very interesting because people who do that defection over to North Korea normally do not come back the same. I mean, you could look at Otto Warminger a couple of years ago. He came back to the United States a vegetable and died, 2 weeks later after being here in the United States. So this is a real interesting thing right now. His mom is just hoping people do not make this presumption of being guilty, but that was the reason why he was supposed to come back to the United States, was to face those charges. Jumping ship and running across to the enemy lines is not exactly the best way to show you're innocent or that you want to stand up for your charges. I don't grasp this idea that he has mental illness. The only illness I think he has may be this woke mentality again, that is just really common amongst people his age. I want to do whatever I want to do because I just have my feelings hurt. You sunk my battleship, or and it's something silly. So I'm going to follow this because I find this very interesting. So I'm going to keep everybody abreasted of this. Conservative life on Mars because we are living in strange times. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think about this story? Uh, just let me know in the comments.